4. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. They reportedly took a significant step forward in their relationship. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's romance appears to be intensifying. According to the Daily Mail, Swift and Kelce, both 34, spent Easter with his family in Pennsylvania, where Swift met her boyfriend's 3 nieces for the first time. Travis's brother, Jason Kelce, and sister-in-law Kelly Kelce are the delighted parents of children Wyatt, 4, Elliot, 3, and Bennett, 1, who affectionately call to Travis as Uncle Trav. Kelly, for her part, came on the Today Show the following day to express her support for Travis and Swift's relationship. Ultimately, if Trav is happy, then we are happy. We are always rooting for Uncle Trav. Kelly, who married Jason in 2018, told Savannah Guthrie and Hoda Kotb on Monday, April 1st. It's a pleasure to be able to accomplish that both on and off the field. It has been great. While Jason, Kelly, and their children live just outside of Philadelphia, Kelly's hometown, and Jason played center for the Eagles for over a decade before retiring in March. Pennsylvania is also Swift's home state. She grew up on a Christmas tree farm in Cumru Township before moving to nearby Wyomissing. Swift and her family relocated to Nashville when she was a teenager to pursue her profession. Meeting Travis's nieces on Sunday was surely an important milestone in the couple's courtship, since the Kansas City Chiefs tight end is quite close to the ladies. Uncle Travis is a lively person among the girls, Travis and Jason's mother, Donna Kelce, told People in December 2023. He talks to them, gives them quality undivided attention, and plays with them on their level with humor and amazing excitement. While Swift has a great relationship with her family parents Scott and Andrea, and younger brother Austin, 32, she has also become close to Travis's throughout the football season, cheering with his parents at Chiefs games since September 2023. Earlier this year, a source informed Us Weekly that the couple's families are completely supportive of their affair, which began in late summer of last year. Both of their families love them as a couple, and Taylor has grown even closer to Travis's mother, Donna, the insider revealed in March. Taylor has truly assimilated into the family. They fully welcomed her. It's an entirely new universe and chapter for her. The off-season home was unnaturally calm, with only soft sniffles emanating from the living room. Taylor slumped on the comfortable couch, a half-eaten bowl of popcorn left on the coffee table. Tears welled up in her eyes, distorting Travis's picture on the enormous TV screen. It wasn't the sight of him collecting another touchdown pass that made her pulse race, it was the post-game interview. This victory is dedicated to my biggest fan, my rock, Travis remarked, his gaze nearly penetrating through the screen. Wouldn't be here without you, Tay. Taylor's cheeks welled up with tears as she gave a hesitant grin. Taylor grabbed her phone and saw the familiar contact name, Trav3, as she wiped her face with a crumpled tissue. Her thumb was hovering over the call button. He was probably inundated with reporters right now, but she simply needed to hear his voice. Suddenly, the patio door slid open, and Travis walked in, a silly grin on his face. He was covered in grass stains and sweat, a dramatic contrast to the immaculate living space. "Hey there, stranger," he greeted in a kind voice. Rough night. The tears welled up again, this time accompanied by a choking sob. You call me your rock," Taylor mumbled, dropping the phone on the couch. Travis's grin faded slightly, giving way to a concerned expression. He patted forward and knelt in front of her, his huge hands encircling hers. Hey, he said quietly. "I meant it. You're my rock. But husband material?" Taylor coughed out, the dam cracking and tears streaming freely. "You said I was husband material." Travis's expression softened even further. He chuckled softly, causing thrills down her spine. "Well, aren't you?" He grabbed her face and wiped away a tear with his thumb. "You're the strongest and most incredible lady I know. Funny, smart, and gorgeous." He paused and added gently, "and yes, definitely wife material." Taylor's breath caught. Maybe it was the late hour, the vulnerability of the moment, or Travis's intense stare at her that took her breath away, but a warmth grew in her chest. Leaning forward, she closed the distance between them, her lips meeting his in a frantic. Travis wiped a stray strand of hair from her face as they eventually parted ways, both out of breath. "So," he muttered, his voice hoarse, "does that mean I get a victory smooch and maybe a rain check on that husband material comment?" Taylor laughed in a moist, joyful tone. Maybe, she replied, leaning against him once more. As they fell back down onto the couch, the forgotten popcorn dish left on the coffee table, one thing was certain. Travis Kelce, spouse material or not, had unquestionably scored the winning touchdown. Taylor and Travis were used to frequenting dingy pubs, not the posh Kansas City steakhouse. Travis had insisted tonight, though. He'd been acting oddly all week, secretive and anxious. He kept peering around like a cornered animal, dressed to the nines, and with a nervous sweat clinging to his temples, despite the air conditioning. Taylor, on the other hand, was completely unaware, preoccupied with a particularly juicy news tip from her buddy Jamie. A stifled sob drew her focus back to Travis. He was staring at his phone, with a faint shine on his face. Travis? Taylor's face furrowed as he wondered what was wrong. Travis shoved the phone face down, a grimace forming on his cheeks. It's nothing, honey. Just work stuff. However, the deception was as thin as a cheap prom dress. Taylor's instincts, honed over years of navigating the perilous waters of notoriety, shook with uneasiness. Work stuff that has you crying into your mashed potatoes? She asked gently. Travis flinched, his facade collapsing. He wiped a palm over his face, his arrogance replaced with a vulnerability that sent shivers through Taylor. It's stupid, he murmured, finally meeting her eye. Nothing stupid if it bothers you, Taylor said, scooting closer. Travis exhaled, a disappointed rumble in his chest. It's a dumb article, says I'm not husband material. A moment of startled quiet. Taylor's throat erupted in laughter, followed by guffaws that had her clutching her stomach. Travis's mouth dropped open. What's so funny? Taylor, wiping tears from her mirthful eyes, eventually managed to scream out, "Oh, Travis. Is that why you have been acting like a kick puppy?" Travis's scowl worsened. It's not a laughing matter, but a ghostly smile flickered on his lips, revealing his enjoyment. Taylor reached for his hand, sending a spark through him. Honey, she murmured in a low voice, those articles are written by people who wouldn't know husband material if it bit them on the perfectly sculpted abs. Travis let out a strangled laugh. So, you think I am? Taylor's eyes sparkled. You are the most devoted, supporting, and wonderfully humorous boyfriend a girl could hope for. You make the best late-night pancakes, know every line from The Princess Bride, and put up with my gang like a champ. That seems like good spouse material to me, Travis Kelce. Travis's expression softened, and his stare lingered on her with an intensity that made her cheeks flush. He leaned down and kissed her forehead. Then maybe, he said, his voice hoarse, I should edit the piece myself. With some more personal testimony. Taylor felt a shudder down his spine. Perhaps that award-winning steakhouse was not such a horrible idea after all.